Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Obey Omnis EGT. And I'm about to find out if it'll off-road in the snow. We are back for, what is this, week 4? I think this is week 4. I think we've done 4 weeks so far. And we still have 2 weeks to go, so we're getting 6 weeks worth of Will It Off-Road in the Snow. And then after all that's done, we have one special snow video that will come at the end before Will It Off-Road regular version resumes. We did have one like a Friday a week or two ago. I already had the video done, so I went ahead and uploaded it. But of course, I can't do Will It Off-Road regular testing because, you know, it's snowing. At least at the time I'm recording this voiceover, it's still snowing. It has at least 1 day remaining. It may end on the 11th. Today's the 10th that I'm recording this. We'll see. Rockstar may let it snow all January long. This has been the longest snow, I'm pretty sure, in the history of GTA Online. That's a strangely debated topic. I don't get it. People were just like, no, it always snows 3 weeks. It doesn't. We've had some years where it snowed like only 5 days, like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after Christmas, and then New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. That's happened before. Somebody needs to go, like, get it all written down and documented and formalized and all that. But anyway, yeah, the snow's fun. I like it. It may or may not be gone at the time you're watching this video. And if it is, well, you can look back to something you had, you know, 4 days ago in GTA. But as we get later in the month, hey, snow. But good times all around, I think. Honestly, the snow definitely makes it a lot more challenging to get up the mountain. Everything goes slower just because of the low grip conditions, including the Omnis EGT. You can see that the front wheels are struggling to get grip, but so is the back. And because of that, it's sliding around a lot. Of course, the bushes don't help. It's a lightweight sports car, so it does get stopped by the bushes a lot. But it's interesting that, you know, this car, when the front wheels are spinning, I can't get grip and therefore can't turn. So I wind up with understeer. But then the back end also gets so much power because it is an electric vehicle, so it's just instant power. So the back end wants to come around too. So this was definitely one of the more challenging. Yeah, that was me being overconfident in what the car could do right there. But it does make it a little bit more challenging than some of the low grip cars even, because you expect it to have grip and then it kind of doesn't. Lovely time of day. Is this sunset? I think it's a sunset. Everything has kind of a golden look to it. I dig it. I like it a lot. Trying to make this last climb and the car just was like, I'm going to go over here. So, you know, we got there in the end, though. We are up with a cargo bob from a video a few weeks ago. So, will it off-road in the snow? Yeah, 251. That's not bad. It is 13.32 seconds slower than the same vehicle did in the dry. Donkey's 10F is upside down. There's reasons. Yeah, there are definitely reasons all of this is happening. In terms of overall performance, out of 64 vehicles that we have tested in the snow as of this video, let's try that sentence again. Out of 64 vehicles that we have tested in the snow as of this video, there we go, we got it the second time through. It is number 7. Ooh, I'm struggling a bit. Commander Hobo is riding along with me on this descent, and he's going to get quite the ride here in just a second. The reason being is that cargo bob that was there, I decided to get it out of the way, and I tried to drop it on top of some hikers, like I just hovered over them and then jumped out and parachuted down. Yeah, the cargo bob doesn't fall very fast, and it managed to make its way back over and land right on top of Donkey's 10F. That's not why it was upside down, though. And you would have thought that would have blown up Donkey's car, but no, it blew up Commander Hobo's. It set it on fire. He managed to return it to storage before it actually got destroyed, but that meant he was without a car. So he's riding along. Yeah, it's fun. So number 7, anyways, 2.03 seconds slower than the Manchester Scout that we looked at just last week. and it is 2.4 seconds faster. There we go. Than the free crawler. So good company. Number 7, not bad. Almost the top 10%. In terms of the 9 sports cars that we have tested in World Offroad, by the way, here comes an overcorrection on my part. I really thought it would take more power to get up. Yeah. Oops. We call this a premature damage descent. Out of the 9 sports cars that we have tested, it is number 2. It is 19.88 seconds, so basically 20 seconds slower than the Winnie Izzy Sport, which for the longest time held the number 1 position for World Offroad in general, but also for World Offroad in the snow. I am impressed at how well this climbs back up, though I did kind of get us into a situation where I'm like, oh, this is a dead end. I'm not getting up here. Had to find a way up. It is 3.33 seconds faster than the Italy GTO. So now it's just a matter of trying to find the way up. And having Commander Hobo probably call me an idiot and a moron, or I don't know, one of the more colorful things that Commander Hobo thinks to call people. But I actually managed to get grip. I was just feathering the throttle to prevent wheel spin, and look at this. This is kind of impressive, no? I think it's kind of impressive. I know it's dark, and for those of you on mobile, it makes it a little harder to see, and I apologize. But when it comes to recording World Offroad on the snow, we just want to get the vehicles done as quickly as possible so that we can maximize the number that we can record. And so we do wind up with some nighttime recording. Regular World Offroad, if you're new to the channel, we wait for daylight and we wait for dry conditions. We don't go in the rain pretty much always. But you can hear all the colorful things that Commander Hobo was calling me by checking out the behind-the-scenes version of this video. It is an ad-free, less edited version, so you get to see, as the name implies, a lot of behind-the-scenes outtakes and shenanigans that we get up to. And instead of it featuring this voiceover, it features our Discord conversation. So you can hear all the fun that takes place in that, and you get that by being a channel supporter. It all takes place through our Discord server in the Vainglorious supporters channel, and you get access to that one of 4 ways: being a member here on YouTube, having a subscription on Twitch, whether paid, Prime, or gifted, making a monthly pledge on Patreon, or right on the Discord server itself, getting a service subscription. All 4 of those give you access to the supporters channel, where you can see the better version of World Offroad by Hobo. He just jumped out. 4:22 is our time for our controlled descent. We're back at the top. It's even darker somehow now. I don't really understand how that happens. But it's time for our damage descent, where we fling the vehicle off the mountain and see what type of damage it takes. Boom. Finally it landed. I got a pretty good launch off of that. Looks like I got a little bit ahead of everybody else. That probably won't last. They'll catch up and the melee will begin. Shedding body parts, though. Holy cow. That just... my body parts, other people's body parts, they're just body parts. There was a bright orange bumper that attacked me there. There's somebody. I think that was another Omnis. It sounds like another Omnis. I managed to land in some trees. Yeah, that's got to be... that. Yeah, that's not. That's another Omnis. Cool. I'm glad to see a proper Omnis come down. This thing should have never been called the Omnis. I should have called it something else. I mean, it's just not. This is a big, heavy, battery-powered family car, and that's not what the Omnis is. I mean, it was a purpose-built rally car. That was quite the way to get through that tunnel. I kind of just tumbled my way through. It was fun, at least. And bonk right into the pillar. Down into the bumpy muddy bits. By the way, speaking of bumpy muddy bits, we've been playing a lot of SnowRunner on the community streams on Saturdays. So we do stream it with the community every Saturday at 1 p.m. right here on YouTube. If you like SnowRunner, come hang out. And we are down 1 minute, 35 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Omnis EGT. And it's a lot. All the windows and lights are on the front bumper, hood, left doors, and right front fender. are all missing. The remaining doors won't close. The back bumper was barely hanging on, and it does have bent wheels. There are support vehicles, all low bays, and from a rear shot. And that's going to bring us to our next vehicle. The Pegassi Torero Hugs and Kisses. I think everybody calls it that because of the XO. I'm not the only one. I thought I was original earlier, but I've heard a lot of other people call it that. I didn't hear somebody else call it that though before I decided to start calling it that. So you know, that's the thing. But I was mentioning, if you're a fan of SnowRunner, you can also maybe play with us if you're part of the Vainglorious Discord, which we would love to have you in our community. That is our hub for all things Vainglorious gaming. So whether you're here for City Skylines, Timberborn, my Twitch archives and streams, or the GTA Online content that we feature, if you're not part of the Vainglorious Discord, you're missing out on a big part of the experience. That is our community hub. That is the heart of the Vainglorious communities right there on the Discord server. So we would love to have you join. And of course, if you are part of the Vainglorious Discord and you play the game we're playing on PC, then you can join when we record and live stream. Some of the live stream games are like player limited. Like SnowRunner, I can only have 4 people in total. It's just the limitation of the game. Unfortunately, it's not like my rule. It's just that's all you can invite. Which, you know, kind of sucks. I'd like to have more, but I get it. It's hosted off of one person's computer. And while my computer could handle it, I don't, you know, some lesser computers couldn't. I kind of have a beastie PC, by the way, if you didn't know. It's been a while since I've mentioned my beastie PC. It's a beastie. It's not the latest beastie, but it's still pretty damn good. 12900K, 3080 Ti, 32 gigs of RAM, like 8 terabytes of SSD storage. He's beastie. And of course RGB, which is turned off except during live streams because it's distracting. I know I don't get all the frames when I'm gaming, but yes, right now it is all off. I just have one little lamp on. It's dark in my room. And that has nothing to do with the Torero XO, which, something that does have, I just can't talk today, something that is related to the Torero XO is Will It Offroad Bingo. Link is in the description down below. And if you know why I wait till the second half of the video to mention that, well, leave a little smirking emoji as a comment. But you play Will It Offroad Bingo, click the link, then click on Generate New Card once you get to that site, and then click on the things that happen in the video that you have on your card, and Malk, stop calling me. And then if you get bingo, leave it in the comments down below. We want to hear about it. We want to know. We've only had like 5 or 6 winners total. I always forget how many it really is, so I always just guesstimate, but it's somewhere around there. And we're talking 6 years of Will It Offroad. So, yeah, either the cards are crap or people just get unlucky a lot. It could be maybe a combination of both. Back end wanted to come around on me a little bit there, and then the front end didn't want to get grip, so a little bit of a struggle to get up here to the top, but we are there in 2 minutes, 44 seconds. So, Will It Offroad? Yeah, just said Will It Offroad in the snow. I don't know what Donkey was doing back there. Struggling is, I guess, the answer to that question, but yeah, we're all here now, I think. Maybe, no, it looks like he's still over there off to the right, but we're going to begin our controlled descent anyway. I kind of didn't give people enough time to line up, but I think I was in a hurry. We did one other vehicle after this. You've already seen it, the Slam Van. And we did another vehicle before these two, the Tahoma, which you saw with, I think, the Slam Van. Can't remember. I think it's Slam Van and the Tahoma were in one video together. But definitely much more competent vehicles this week. And that bears out by the fact that the Omnis EGT came in 7. This comes in number 4 out of 64, so much better even. It is only 0.18 seconds slower, so like 0.2 of a second slower than the Canis Camacho, which is kind of impressive. And it is 1.6 seconds faster than the BF 400. In terms of supercars that we have tested in the snow, I forgot to write down how many total it was, but I think it was 6 or 7. It's number 1. It is number 1 in the snow. It is 24.2 seconds faster than the Infernus. And then in terms of how this car did in the dry versus in the snow, it was 8.65 seconds faster in dry conditions. So everything gets slowed down. Absolutely everything does get slowed down. And next week we will have better vehicles as well. Not as good as today, but they're still good. We will have the Baller ST, which, if I remember right, did okay. And then, of course, we'll also have the Bravado Greenwood, a muscle car. The final week is kind of a hit or miss. They both struggled in their own respective ways. The first one will be the Pegassi Tulip M100. And then to wrap up, wrap up. There it is. To wrap up Pool and Off-Road on the Snow for this season, the final vehicle will be the Zirconium Journey 2. Interesting things happen with the Journey, and that's all I'm going to say about that. We'll just leave it there. Unexpected things happen with the Journey 2, and it was a lot of fun to have that big camper van try to take on the mountain. I understeered and bonked right into a pole and then bonked into the sign. But hey, we're finally down. 2 minutes, 38 seconds. Hobo goes flying and lands it. Beautifully done, Hobo. So, back up at the top, and somehow Hobo died. I don't know what shenanigans were taking place. Oh, yeah, I do. Donkey shot Hobo for the headshot challenge. It's going on, and then Hobo was in a weird spot to get back up the mountain and fell off the mountain, and yeah, things happen. Hobo gets his revenge at the end. Don't worry. I don't know if it's in this video or not. It is in the supporters video though, so check out that behind the scenes video and support my channel. I really do appreciate all the support that I get, whether it be through the couple of Patreon pledges I have and Twitch subscriptions I have, and just you guys here watching the videos. It is my pleasure to bring these to you week after week. I really enjoy getting to hang out with the community and record the videos. I like editing them. I like having, 20 minutes to just chill and ramble and talk to you. And I love having you guys join in on the Discord server. It really is, kind of my dream job. And now I just need to get it to where I can actually, wow, I went right over the railroad tracks. That's where I can actually support myself doing this dream job right now. I can't. Which, that's why I do appreciate any bit of support that you can show. Even if it is just leaving a comment and liking the video, that helps. That helps expand the reach of the video, helps more people see it. That gives me more ad revenue. And so, yeah, just a like and a comment can help me towards my goal of being able to support myself. That would be awesome. We are almost down, but I'm having a little trouble with the wood pile. Had a bit of an argument with it, but we're finally down 1 minute and 35 seconds. So let's take a look at the damage on the Hugs and Kisses. Most of the windows and lights are gone. The rear bumper is somewhere up the mountain. The doors, well, left door looks fine. I don't know why I said doors won't close. Must be the right one. It's the right one. Won't close, and there are bent wheels. The hood won't close either. Or frunk? Probably frunk. There are support vehicles that accompany me this time around. 2 Pegassis and a Lampadati. So, interesting choices, but that's going to do it for this week's. We'll be back next week with the Baller ST and the Greenwood. And until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.